At one time, I thought he was a god. He did change from what he once was. The charmer who walked in from the fog. That charm. It turned from, and I watched him sway the whole court with laughter and universal thoughts, until the time he did transform. But first, let me show you what he once was. A giant on the stage who could bring the mightiest king to his knees with a song, and the rise of the great Balong. Astounding audiences all along, until he was stripped of all his feathers that once brimmed his hat. The rules he chose, that made margins one by one along a desk that rest his head, and grey did fall from clouds unto his bed, to fill his head with all the things that could strip out of step, or all the laws that fall upon his head. The parrot that was his friend did wallow in the scraps of red, and there I sought to watch him strong, to watch him build foundations of the future. But as the treasures did roll in, his thoughts turned only then to management. It's a strange feeling. It started with a rumor that he had changed. He was a different man that possessed these days, that passed the halls and declaimed the ways, dictating his preferences and rules, which changed each day according to his plans, his knowledge, his hands weighed down with documents, directions to which road was paved. As wealth rolled in, so did trinkets and trade, a never-ending tide of gain, until one morning he woke to find his hands withdrawn into themselves, fingers curled into brittle claws, his spine arched into a husk, his head folded into a helmet. The colours that once weighed the crowd now dulled grey like distant rain. The bold stories declaimed aloud had shriveled into memos. He once did set the world alight with a funny smile and endless fight. Now it was only papers that he lifted to the heavens.
"What are you doing up there?" I called his name all morning upon the stairs. Lazy. Just ignore him. Taking a step back. We're taking a step back. Now's not a good time. And wait until you're feeling better. Because we don't want people to say, we just don't want to pay. This is just a little bit of money. Don't have expectations. Something better came through for you. Something's got to give. Yes, let's just pray that something improves. Let's see what he does. Test him. Make him feel less than. He's not doing enough. He's not doing what we asked. I said to him, "Why don't you talk to him?" "Well, we shouldn't have to. Maybe he's just not good enough." Tell him reasons. It doesn't matter what he says. Just fill his ears with excuses. Is he dust yet? No, he's still breathing. Why is he still breathing? You're the expert. Why aren't you making any money? I don't want to hear his opinions. It's twaddle. Worthless twaddle. If he's not going to work, he won't get any bread. It's predictable. Does he think he's better than his superiors? How arrogant. How stuffy. Not the kind of person I want anything to do with. Make him go homeless. He doesn't deserve a home. Dismantle what he has failed, what he has learned. He used to be wonderful. Don't look too good and talk too wise. You have failed your family.
End of discussion.